soul to soul, soul to soul.
Hello and welcome to the show Soul to Soul Talk Show. This is Pooja and today we have with us again Sister Rekha from London. She's been practicing Raj Yoga meditation for the last 18 years. Welcome Sister Rekha.
Thank you.
To begin with Sister Rekha, I would like to ask you, there's a general belief system that people who start doing meditation, they are usually left alone. What do you think about that?
I think before I started to practice meditation, I actually used to like to have moments by myself. But practicing meditation has actually helped me to be comfortable among people. In a way, it's helped me to express myself the best way possible. It's helped me to mingle with people, to understand people better. So, but also I certainly enjoy moments of reflection by myself, especially in the early morning hours. I like to keep as much as possible silent and have internal reflections. But meditation in itself, I think the benefits of it has certainly been more open to people. I should say I've been able to have many friendly relationships after I've started to practice meditation in a way.
But usually people believe that consistent meditators, they happen to become self-centered. Is it so?
When I came to this university and I started to study the teachings, one of the first things I heard was them talking about this one slogan which said, "World transformation through self-transformation." And at that time I used to wonder what exactly that meant. But as I started to practice and as I started to reflect more on it, I understood that, it was more like an insight that when I begin to see things deeply within myself and I'm able to change things, little my thinking, my attitude and my behavior, then I'm able to see that I'm able to help others more genuinely. Otherwise, I felt even before understanding the knowledge of the Brahma Kumaris, I did feel that I wanted to help others. I did feel I wanted to see people happy. But I think there was a sense of not able to do that for my own self, if you understand what I mean. But when I understood the teachings here and started practicing meditation, I felt it was more real and genuine, that when I could see little changes within myself, that gave me the strength actually to help others. So I don't know if you would want to call it as self-centered, but it's certainly something that starts with the self.
Sister, is that self-transformation so easy with this knowledge or meditation?
Certain things were easy. Like I said, initially I mentioned that I used to get angry. The outburst of anger that used to be there before, that was very easy to sort of change. But there are certain things which I felt are much more hardcore habits, which needs more attention, regular attention and regular I think practice to change the pattern of what I used to do. So certain things are easy, but certain things need more attention.
Sister, what specific kind of social service you do here in this organization?
I'm not sure if you would like to call it social service. Definitely there's communities involved, definitely there are people we speak to, people who come to learn meditation, um, but it's more spiritual sort of service, I would say, in a way that, like I said, we share what we've learned and our own experiences, and that helps people to practice meditation. So what I felt was that this does not deplete the strength in a way, because I've noticed in some other places, especially maybe medical or nursing, or I've visited some, and I felt it is a profession that starts with compassion, that starts with caring, but somewhere down the line I felt that's not shown so much. And I felt what I learn here is something to first keep me strong and just share what has helped me to get there with others.
Sister, as we see, you have a large group of people associated with this organization. So how do you people relate to each other?
I think the feeling of more than anything else, when someone comes into the university, we introduce university as, yes, of course, it's a university where you're going to learn meditation and different courses, but more importantly, it's a family. And when we see each other as, could say, children of the one up above, we see each other as brothers and sisters, so as one big world family. And so keeping that awareness helps to maintain the love between each other, maintain the consciousness of respect to each other.
Okay. Sister, you have been in London for the last 6 years. How do you find it different living in London as if we compare it with living in India?
I went to London for my job in IT, and but of course I was very much involved with the activities of the Brahma Kumaris as well. But the difference I found when I first went to London, they were both positive and certain things not so positive as well. I felt the culture in India naturally is that one of a family. The feelings, and each one has, there is a feeling of belonging naturally in India, and I felt that there was a slightly missing factor in the culture in London. But at the same time, I found many things that that I could use myself as cultivate as a habit, like a good use of time. People, even in the trains and tubes that we used to travel, always reading something, keeping yourself occupied.
So you have a lot of personal time there.
I wouldn't say a lot of personal time, but whatever time you do get, even during the travel time, you use it in a positive way, reading or doing something. I found that is a good. So there were two ways I could see the certain culture different in India and culture different in London. Like sometimes I felt there's a need for warm hearts. But then you also see, of course, the downside in India is that there's too much warmth in the heart, and there's an attachment that develops, which is also not so healthy. So, but now one thing which I did feel was completely common everywhere I visited around the world is people are in need of the same thing: peace, love, and happiness. As souls, spiritual beings, whatever community you may belong to, whatever religion you may, your background may be of, but these are the things people are looking for.
And sister, do you really think that to get these things, one needs to go to the spiritual side only? Can't one get it from the materialistic world?
I suppose it's possible, and people do go to different, people go on a holiday. Nature helps a lot to bring out, to emerge our own peace and happiness. But I feel that unless I find the source of these within myself, it's only stays temporary. Yes, you could receive from a relationship, you could receive from nature, you could receive from some possession, but somehow, as long as that exists, this also exists. But once I find it from within myself, then it's more.
It's very true. So ultimately, one has to come to the spiritual side of life.
You can call it spiritual, yes.
Sister, how difficult or easy was it for you to change your lifestyles from coming from India to London? How difficult was it for you? Did this spirituality, this knowledge helped you in that?
Certainly, I think the knowledge meditation practice has played a big hand, because at one point I remember standing in the middle of the road. I think it was a junction, and I was just standing there, and I could see all around me moving, you know, like in the movie they show zigzag, zigzag. Have you seen that? You know, the world is moving around you in a way, and I was standing when I could realize that this is really fast life. But I think over the years it's been easy, because it's been easy for me to change in a way, to adapt, to become, because I've seen the benefits. One of the things that I do like and learn in this teachings is that to see, to pick the goodness of wherever I go, whoever I see. So that's what I was doing, picking the goodness of the place, what is the good habits I can develop which will help me grow. And so by doing that, I was able to accept and be flexible and change.
And how long it took to adjust there?
I would say a few months, maybe, or maybe a year. Can't put a date to it, but it was fairly quick.
Sister, what kind of purpose you had as a child about the life?
I think I don't remember consciously having an aim, but I did know that I wanted to be happy, whatever was going on around me, but I really wanted to be happy and also see others happy around me. So that was, I didn't have a conscious aim, I wanted to become this, I wanted to become that, but this was certainly there, that happiness has to be a part of my life.
And what do you think, you have achieved that goal or in the process of achieving it?
I think to a fair extent, actually, I do feel I'm in control of it. And to say, actually, even this year, I have named this year 2013 as a year of happiness for myself. So certainly, whatever happens, that's I think, and the courage to be able to have that aim is because of the meditation that I'm practicing, definitely.
So you might be getting power from that meditation to implement what you think, or what?
Yes, certainly. It's not just the strength, but also I think the knowledge, the wisdom that gives me the strength. Yeah.
Sister, was there any particular person who influenced you to be on this path?
I mean, who introduced me to this was my sister, my elder sister. But it was just an introduction in a way. But I think there hasn't been any single person who's sort of influenced me to continue on this path. I think for me, what's kept me on this path is the conviction inside that what I'm hearing is the complete truth for me, and seeing the benefit in my own life. I think that's what has kept me more to it.
Are you a self-inspired kind of personality?
More or less, yes. I have a few people in my life who I feel have whose actions have inspired me as well. But more or less, it's been self-motivation and self. Yeah.
Sister, are your family members happy with the kind of life you are living, or they want you to be back to the earlier life?
I suppose it's a question to them. But I think, as far as I know, I wouldn't say they're happy, because I don't know myself, but I would just probably say the word content with what I am at the moment. I think any family member would want to see their sons, their daughters, the younger generation happy with the life that they choose, isn't it? And be it any career or be it any family life or whatever it may be, what they would really want to see you happy, and at the moment they do see that. So I suppose they're content with that.
Sister, did you have any kind of inhibitions or insecurity when you were about to be a part of this organization?
I think for me, I have asked this question to myself many times, and even so often I do ask that if this wasn't there, or if this wasn't there, would I still want to continue in this path? Would I still want to be part of this? Would I still want to contribute to this? Or how would I want my life to be? I've asked this question to myself many times, and I think for myself, more than anything else, the experiences that I've had are very true to me, and that's what holds it together for me. I think the experiences in meditation that I've had, and also, I mean, things couldn't be better than this, I feel. In a way, I've seen people's lives, I've seen my own peers' lives, and I feel okay, even if this wasn't there, but it couldn't be better. So that's why.
Sister, with this knowledge, what do you think the attitude changes or the situations change around you when you practice this Raj Yoga meditation?
I think both, but first is the attitude, definitely. I mean, I haven't seen situations change unless I change my attitudes towards it. I mean, even coming to London was one of those, I would say, situations that turned around. Because I've always wanted to give more time, more fuller time to contribute towards the service activities, but somehow I was in a situation where I was working, and there was nothing wrong with it. It was still okay. It was just my own wish, a little wish I had. But at one point, I kind of accepted that it's okay if things are going to be like this, but let this not be a hindrance to my own progress. And I think with that acceptance came this opportunity to travel, to come, and the situation changed. So I think it's both, but the first starts with my attitude. Yeah.
Please tell us about one of your best experiences in meditation, and any situation in which this meditation helped you.
Many situations, but in meditation itself, I've had few experiences where I could feel myself. One of the teachings that we do have is that we human beings are not just essentially physical, but spiritual beings of light. And so there are a few meditations where I've had this deep experience, and also deep experience of a presence of the Supreme, and an overwhelming loving presence of the Supreme. So there's been many experiences of that in meditation. But in terms of meditation, the practice of meditation itself has helped in my daily life. I could think of many situations, but I could think of a couple of situations. One was where I felt I was being, could say, pressurized by many different things happening at work, where you just pushed into a situation where you're completely new and you don't know what's going on, where people think it's all going to be fine, but just when they leave, everything falls apart. Have you been in such a situation? And and in those times, I think it's just the practice that I've had, the meditation, was enough to keep me stable and to keep me positive. And I think that helped so much to resolve the situation. That was one. There was also another time when my mother was in the hospital going through bypass surgery, and I remember when I called up the local center, Brahma Kumari Center, to say, should I say, the first question they asked me was, how is your mental stage, so I mean, all through I think these little situations, to keep my mind stable and to be clear, and so I can do the things that need to be done. So in that situation, I really needed to have a stable intellect, because there wasn't anybody else to help me in that time. So again, I think it was the practice of meditation that helped me to be stable and to do the right things.
Life in London would be quite busy. So do people get time for meditation or such kind of practices personally?
I mean, one of the things that brought me, or that attracted me of Raja Yoga meditation, is its practical usage, really. And so even when I was working, having a set timetable helped me a lot. Like you spend a little bit of time in the morning to meditate, to have your personal time, and then it carries across for the entire day. That helps. And so I do agree. I mean, one of probably the most popular complaints people have when you say, would you like to learn meditation, is, I don't have enough time. But my own experience and what we recommend is that you take a little bit of time in the morning or evening, whenever you have, and then practicing that, and throughout the day, just having that awareness in whatever I do, helps. It can carry across a great deal.
It's a kind of moving meditation. Can we call it that?
One of the aspects of Raja Yoga meditation is open-eyed meditation, and so it's really how I keep my consciousness, awareness open when I do things. So that it helps me to focus on whatever I do, but at the same time it helps me to be slightly detached in a way that I'm able to not get influenced by the work itself, the people, the emotions that go with the work, the stress that goes with the work. I'm able to, when I used to work, I remember that when I walk out of the office, the doors are closed in my mind as well. I don't think about the work unless I have to, until I go to work. Otherwise, in today's life, it's a crazy life where people think of work when they eat, and when they work, they think of eating. It's such a crazy world where it's completely, the mind is disorganized. But this meditation has helped me to do the things when I need to do them. And that helps a great deal.
Sister, is it a boring kind of life? Can we put it that way? And are you satisfied with your present life?
It's a nice question, because many people probably think meditation is not for young people. It's for old, elderly people who have finished everything else in their life, and But I feel it's more exciting than ever, in a way, because I tend to discover many things about myself which I didn't know previously. And there are many things that I keep for myself as short-term goals, you can say, I want to achieve. But what those goals are completely something to do with my own inner transformation, if you may say, things like little things like I will keep a smiling face no matter what today, and I want to keep that consistent for a week. So if anybody says anything, what is my response? So these kind of little things about transformation from within, I've discovered that that's what gives me happiness more than anything else, even more than sharing. Of course, sharing good things with people does make you happy when you see their own transformation. But I've discovered that when I change within, when I'm able to be in more control and more positive, no matter what, then that gives me more happiness. And so it's certainly not a dull, boring life. I would say more exciting in every way.
So, what is the purpose and goal of your life now?
Um, for me, I think since I have named this year for myself as the year of happiness, I think that's what is, at the moment at least, what I would like to keep is wherever I go, whatever I do, no matter what, I would like to keep this inner happiness glowing all the time.
Do you have challenges in this?
When they say when you decide on something, um, things have to come to test to see if it's solid or not. Only then if it's bought. Otherwise, you have to tap it and see. You have to, and that way. So of course, many test papers do come, many situations do come, and I wouldn't say I've been successful all the time, but certainly the aim is there, and so I'm able to succeed most of the time.
Thank you, Sister Rekha, so much for being here. It's a great pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was nice sharing as well. Thank you, Pooja.
So, viewers, we knew about the journey of life, Sister Rekha. It was very nice. Next time, we'll be again having another eminent personality with us. Thank you so much for watching the show, Soul to Soul Talk Show.